Thank you, David. My story. I was someone that who never told a story for 30 years. I was someone that who was just like another woman, a wife, a sister, a daughter, that especially as an Asian culture, we've been told that we should shut up, put our head down, and just work.
Hmm.
So that was my life for a very long time until I finally took the courage to step out of my 19 years abusive marriage. And once I step out, that's when I began to find myself again, began to reclaim my voice again. Because I've been through bullying, I've been through been sexually molested, and all of that have created some resistance in me of not wanting to be beat down ever again. So there's a lot of path that we can take in human choices. And I choose to be light for the other people so I can help other people to regain their voice again. For the last year and a bit, I have become a confident coach for women. So
Hmm.
I'm known as the super confident coach to help women to find confidence in life, relationship, and business. And my mission is no woman should suffer in silence.
I like that. I love that mission statement. And you're absolutely right. No women should be suffered in silence, but also I got to reach out to the guys as well. They should not suffer in silence as well. So I had to put that in there.
No problem. My partner deal with the male and I deal with the woman.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks for clarifying that. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh,
Um,
good. No, it's good.
take me back to living in the culture of an Asian culture, because
Mhm.
you mentioned that like you said, it's that silence and it's that very structured, I would say, culture
Yeah,
to versus because it seems like it clashes with who you are, which is a
definitely.
very outspoken person.
Definitely. I agree with you on that, David, because as an Asian girl, we've been told that we should be like, not shine too bright, like keep your mouth shut, be the people pleaser, you don't want any trouble. And that's how we were brought up. And for me, I am always feel like that I'm a rebel. People normally have long hair, I have short hair. People normally don't do that, I go and do and try it. Because I feel life is too short not to be adventurous.
Mhm.
Life is too short not to have fun, and you never know where that will land you up. And I come from a makeup artist world, so I am a multi-award winning international makeup artist. And when I enter the industry, everyone thinks that, oh, she's going to be working in a makeup clientele and like, helping people selling product. I'm like, no, that's not what a professional makeup artist do. And people would not know that I only need to work 2 days a week and I live a very, very comfortable life. And some people will think that makeup or coaching or all other businesses that you may run, they may see it as not a business. They may see it as a hobby. And that does affect you if you don't have enough passion, enough willingness, and enough confidence in yourself. When other people don't believe you, it does affect you, but the one that who truly need to believe is you. When you
Mhm.
believe in your way, your purpose, your why, you're driven. You're very motivated without any other supports that you need. So I said that this is the reason why I went into confident coaching.
So, what was your breakout period or breakout moment from the culture that you grew up with to who you are right now?
I think it's the moment on my 40th birthday. I started to ask myself, what do I want? I'm in this very unhappy marriage that we haven't even shared a bed for 4 years. We're living like a housemate. I don't see him all the time. I'm always threatened by him. And all I have was fear, tears, and the sentence that stick with me for life that I was told I was worthless every single day. And having that in mind, I focus my energy into my work. So I become very successful in my work. I run multiple businesses, but I was very empty and lonely and sad inside. And I was also the greatest pretender, pretending that everything is okay, pretending
Mhm.
that no one knows what's going on behind my back. And not until my 40th birthday that I asked myself, what do I want? And the answer I came down to was happiness and joy. That was all I wanted to do. So I took the courage to apply for the divorce. We finally got divorced, and I've started to dating again. I started to go into the dating world. And during the dating time, a lot of people said that, how come you are so brave? Oh, you keep trying, because I did. I tried for about a year and a half, and it was tough, like not easy, meeting like scumbags and other scammers and some nice people, but we didn't work out. All of those people that we meet, and I see them as a learning instead of, oh, this is another trauma that I have. I still remember my friend said that I was a professional dater. I'm a professional dating person. And I said that my goal is to find my ideal partner so I can be happy because I deserved it. So no matter what I do, I will still do it. Just like if you want to win the lottery, you need to go and first buy the ticket. If you don't buy the ticket, you're not going to get it. It's simple as that.
Mhm.
So why not keep trying? And I did, and I'm so grateful. Just before the COVID time, I met my ideal partner, Malcolm, and we've been together ever since. And he's a Navy, so he does need to travel a bit, but I still don't feel the disconnection between us. And I think the distance only makes the heart go further. And that is when you find the right person that who support your cause. He's also a coach, so he look after all the male, and I look after all the females because that's what I'm good at. And even saying that, I do have male in my clientele, but still, I do, like, I don't mind as long as people need help. I'd love to help. But if you're talking about, I preferred it because I'm a female. I prefer to work with female. That's all.
Mm.
It has no discrimination about what whatsoever with anyone. It is my turning point, that to know what I truly want in life. I have success. I have money before. I have all of the things that I want. And I remember it was about a month ago on my birthday. I have a look at Facebook stories. You know how all the stories that comes out on your Facebook lead, and it showed me what I have posted for the last 10 years before I met my partner. Everything was about material. It was
Mhm.
about my Louis Vuitton bag that I got. It was about a bunch of flowers that I got, the cake that I got, the nice food I was having, the buffet, the fine dining, whatever luxury stuff that you're talking about. But I was not happy. There was no one photo of me smiling. And ever since I have met my partner, and even during my birthday, my partner is always away because of military exercise. And I was able to post up a photo of me smiling and thanking everyone. And I can feel the vibration change in my photo. I can see how much happier I am. So it made me realize something. Material is great, money is amazing, but there's only so much it can take you, so far it can take you in life. The only true happiness comes from within. And when you are with the right person that supports you, love you, and give you companionship. And I'm so grateful that after all this searching, 43 years old now I am, finally find the person that deserve my love, and I deserve his.
I love that. That is amazing. It also shows that you're never too old to find purpose within yourself, and you're never
Exactly.
too old. And I use that term old lightly, because
Mm,
again, I'll say the same number if the person was 15 or 20. It's that
mm,
despite everything that you've gone through, you
mm,
chose at some point in time to say, guess what? I'm going to reset my life,
mm,
and then from resetting my life, I'm able to become something better and greater. I love the fact that you said, that you mentioned as well, is that you have to really fix what's inside of you. You could
mm,
have all the cars, the houses, you could have all the material things, and as I mentioned in my previous podcast, you could have all these things, but if you're not happy, then what's the point?
mm.
And it's
Exactly.
very
And
true.
I complete. Completely agree with you that, David. And that was my life. And a lot of people get trapped in the past, all that feeling, all that hurt, all that pain. I'm not saying that I'm not one of them, because I was one of them. Not only when I realized that, hey, you know what? I can't change the past. I can't go back to the past or fix the future yet, because the future haven't even come. So I have a choice in this very moment. What do I want to control and what can I control?
Mhm.
Control is from within, is controlling myself, my behavior, my mindset, and my vibration. I can't control what's happening outside. Like off the mic before, we were talking about COVID and being in lockdown. I've been in lockdown for 9 weeks, and it has been tough this time because my partner is not here. But think about it. I can drill about it for all day, every day. It's being in a victim mode. I tried that for a few weeks, didn't bring me any return on investment. So why not do something different? Give me something different to do. I'm having a organization with one of my coaches to do a Facebook Live to help other people to deal with emotion uh, in like during the lockdown. And what we're going to do, we're going to dress up this time. We're going to actually put my fake wig on and dress up like a 60 like dance music party, something like that, something fun for the world to see, because I'm sick of all the sorrow, all the lockdown, all the drillingness of it. It's time to have some fun. It's time to have a bit of a laugh. And you know what? Since we can't control what's happening outside, what we can control is our 24 hours. Not other people's 24 hours, it's our 24 hours.
I love that, and I'm fully agree with you on that one. I remember I did a podcast, well, solo podcast in regards to that, and I literally mentioned it something similar to that is despite everything, you could still have Zoom calls, Skype calls, pick up the phone
Mm,
call to talk to someone and still have that entertainment with people
mm,
and have that fun despite the situation around you. We
mm,
cannot have like COVID, in my personal opinion, it's there, it's a pandemic, but it cannot
mm,
be an excuse to grow. It cannot. There's too much technology out there right now. You could homeschool, you could pick up a course, you could again pick up a phone call to call and talk to somebody.
mm,
But I believe that, in my personal opinion, those that choose to use it as an excuse to be isolated is using
mm.
it for the wrong reason.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Isolation is not a bad thing to a certain extent, as long
Mhm.
as it has a return date. That is
Correct.
what is important. Like we're allowed to give ourselves time to breathe. We're allowed to give ourselves time to grieve. But the thing is, we must set a return date, because
Mhm.
otherwise there's no turning back. There's no coming back into the full you. You will lose your identity. You will lose your way of living. And I refuse to do that. Probably because of all the things that I have experienced in life. And the truth is, I'm grateful every single day that I'm alive. I'm
Mhm.
grateful every single day that I'm breathing. I'm 1 year ago yesterday was the day that I almost got hit by a car. And within a split second difference, that I wouldn't be here sitting to you, talking to you in Canada. Like I'm from Australia, you are from Canada today. And instead of drilling about how horrible the scene could be, which I could, why don't I think about all the gratefulness, all the
Mhm.
things that I have done in this year, all the wonderful time I have? And it's because of those time that I was given more time to do it. Then why not? Why not do it? Why not stay in sorrow? Like sorrow doesn't give me any return on investment. And as a businesswoman, we're all about return on investment. What is return on investment do you want to give for your business? What return on investment do you want to give yourself? So for blaming, if you've been blaming yourself, criticizing yourself, keep telling yourself that you're not good enough, why don't try to change a path and see if there's a new direction coming? Because you
Mhm.
try it, been there, done that, and if you keep doing the same thing, it's not going to have a different result. So you got to try something different to have a different result.
I love that. That's a very positive way of thinking about it. Sorry, I'm gonna change that way. That's the
Mm.
right way of looking at things.
Mm-hmm. It's positive. It's why it doesn't matter
Mhm.
for us that who I'm also an NLP mastery. So for me, right and wrong is only based on the person's belief and value.
Mhm.
So what people believe in right, then it is right. Whatever people believe in wrong is wrong. And of course, it's lawful thing, not like illegal things, okay? And or causing harm to other people. Because yeah, there's a very fine ethical line between that. But on
Mhm.
other basis that is relating to you, just for some people that who choose to have a vaccine or who not choose to have a vaccine, that's their choices and that's their belief and their value. And I believe that we all can have a choice. Like I have my 2 jabs done already. So for me, I choose to do it because I feel like that I'm 95% safer than some the people that who hasn't been vaccinated. And that's my choice. And yes, I know that I'm an experiment. I
Mhm.
know that I have side effects and I did. And I'm still going through the side effect of it. But still, at least I'm a little bit safer. So
That's true.
that's my choice because that's my return on investment of what I'm going to do with my life. Like I said, I'm a rebel. I'm not going to get that little medication stop me from traveling, that
Yeah.
little medication stop me from seeing my friends and family and having fun. No, get out of here. I'm going to enjoy my life the way I want. Give me whatever it is. So I'm going to live my life to my best. That's how I see things.
I love the energy. I love the energy. And I love the rebel mentality. And that's how I think a lot of us should start to be. Well, not too rebel, but within confinements.
Yeah.
I love that. You touched base on you were previously bullied. Take me through that journey as well. Was that from your spouse at the time, or was that just growing up through high school and
That
education?
started up, I think, in kindergarten and then
Mm.
all the way to. It's funny when you don't know you are being bullied, you sort of accept that that was the treatment that you will get from everyone. So I was bullied from a very, very young age and then all the way to my high school year. And even I remember one year I had to change 3 different schools because of bullying. And it was tough. It was tough. But I choose not to be dark. I choose to be light to other people. I choose to be kind because I don't like hurting other people. I don't like making other people not feel good about themselves. So I work on my confidence. I work on what I'm good at, not what I'm not good at. I guess that a lot of people likes to magnify what they're not good at. And then thinking like that, constantly feeling the fear of not being good enough. But for me, I have this IQ of thinking that why not just spend the time focusing on what I'm good at? Like I'm good at smiling, so I'll smile more. I'm good at my confidence, so let me share more confidence. I once read a book from a Japanese monk. It's
Mhm.
about how do you use yourself in the Excel area, and your return on investment is over 300%. But if you only focus on things that you're not good at, your return on investment, no matter how hard you work on it, is only about 30 to 40%. So based on that, I know that I'm very good at confidence. So that's how I run my business. And then I'm terrible at technology. So I outsource. I have a friend that comes in and do that for me. And I'm very bad at written English and grammar. I still write the book, then I get a copywriter to fix my grammar and my English. Everything has a way as long as we don't stay in the disempowerment. If you will choose that there is another way, there will always be a way. Just very like us, for another example, one of my friend that who was looking for a job during this COVID period. She said like she was very disempowered, that don't know what she can do. I said, what is the one business that is booming in this moment that we have? Korea, like Korea delivery driver, and also what else? Like supermarket. Go and apply for a job in there because that's where the job is. Go
Mhm.
and do it. Don't forget about department store because they're all closed. Then go into supermarket, essential item. You can find a job because they're looking for people to do that too. I don't care about what status it is because like even that you're thinking about me, myself. I'm an international multi-award winning makeup artist. And guess what I had to do during the time that my ex-husband stole all my money and I can barely pay my rent? Guess what I did? I went into a department store and start working as a casual worker. I remember 3 days in a row, they asked me to operate a lift, organizing people on a VIP lift going up to the top level. That's what I was doing. And I was like in counter and spraying perfume, walking and stopping people to try hand lotion, body lotion. I was doing that. And I remember I saw some of my clients and they say, what the hell are you doing here? I said, oh, I'm just working for this brand here today, so go and actually do it. I didn't tell them that because I didn't have money to put food on my table. I didn't tell them that because of my husband taking all my money out. No, I didn't tell them that. I just tell them the positive side of things. Was I happy or not? Yes or no, because I learned how to actually operate live. I learned how to actually sell other product. So no matter what situation you're in, you're always going to be able to find a positive learning if you are choosing to see the positive side of it. So that's how I got through some of the bullying time, some of the tough time during my life.
That is wonderful. I love how you say that because it's very true. Because I find that some of us, we find that we are sometimes too big for a job,
Mm,
not realizing it's those jobs that put food on the table. And
yes.
when you need to put food on the table, it's again, it comes down to what our human needs are. Our human needs are not driving fancy cars. It's one, making sure that there's a roof over your head, making
Yeah.
sure that you have food on the table. Then it goes
Yeah.
down to, do you have warmth and comfort and stuff like that comes down
Yes.
after that. So
Mm,
I've known people that held director and VIP jobs,
mm,
that again, separate group of people that said, guess what, I need to put food on my table because of the pandemic. I'm going to become a factory worker because I know that there's a job out there and I'm going to be a factory worker just to put food on the table. And I have other
mm,
people that are directors and again VIP, the other spectrum of it, that says, guess what, I'm not going to do that because I'm too good for that. But then
mm.
they run out of their savings and now they're struggling. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you took it upon yourself. Again, it's looking on the inwards. And that's the only
Mm,
way that you're able to do that is when you is when you win that inner gain. The inner
mm,
game is saying that, hey, I am better than this, but in a way that I am better than this, as in I want to provide for myself. And
mhm.
that's the number one key, is providing for yourself first. As in no job is greater than me. So I'm glad that
Exactly.
you, yeah, I'm very proud and happy that that you chose that. Because again, not a lot of people are willing to do that.
Mm. There's
You,
no willingness. There's just a will to go for it because it's
mm,
what motivates you to keep going. What is important to me right now is putting food on my table.
mhm.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter because it's about, it doesn't change who I am or who you are going to be as long as you know and keep that mentality in you. Your identity does not change based on what you're working on. It doesn't change.
Very true. You're absolutely right on that one. Um, you mentioned that you were in a, sad to say this, an abusive relationship for, seems like a very long time. I
It
think it was
was
19 years or more than that.
19 years.
Um, at what point, because again, you having a rebel personality,
Mm,
you having that mindset, and honestly, I don't believe that. I think you've always had that. Well, you said that you're a rebel back in school, back when you're
mm.
growing up and so on and so forth. So I must ask this question: what made you stay in that relationship for so long?
Love, responsibility, and commitment, because that's
Mhm.
what marriage was. And I tried to get out a few times, not that I haven't tried, but I was able to pull him back as well by him. And another thing that I was worrying was I put on so much weight when I actually met him because I was not happy. I was emotional eating.
Mhm.
And then I was so unhappy that I feel like I'm fat, I'm old, and no one will want me. And I didn't have that trust in me. I'm very successful and confident in my work, but for my personal life, I feel like that I'm a failure. I feel like that no one wants me, no one likes me. I'm too fat, too old, too ugly to find anyone else that who like me. So that did keep me trapped for a very long time. And I remember something I said is like, it's better to have someone in the house than not in the house.
Mhm.
That was my thinking at that time because yes, he steal money from me. Yes, he doesn't work. Yes, that he would call me names and then he would do things to me. But still, at least there's someone in the house. It's better than nothing. And I think that at that time, my mentality is that I wasn't enough. I wasn't worthy. And I didn't know what love what true love really means. I didn't say that he didn't love me. We did have that moment of great love and support, but then things changed after he turned into drugs and
Mm.
his personality changed, everything changed. And it's not like that it's very funny that you mentioned that. I recently did an open letter on another podcast to my ex-husband, something that I was thinking about doing for a very long time because it has been 3 years since I left him now, and I completely cut off all the communication that we have. It's because I know that every single time, which he did at the early stage, every single time he find me, he would just ask me for money. That's the only thing that he will ask me for. He wouldn't ask me how I'm going, how am I doing. No, 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 no. It's all about money and blame. That was all it was. And I cut him off completely, not because I hate him or anything. It's because I'm scared of him coming back into my life. That what causes, because it took me so long to be able to get rid of him out of my life, that I can finally live my life again. And I don't want him to ruin that. I don't want this person to be in my life. Doesn't mean that I hate him or anything. I just don't want to be part of it. And in that open letter, if anyone wanted to know what it is, just go to my Facebook page. I put the link in there already. And was on Spotify. And then afterwards, I felt such a release after doing that
Mhm.
because I finally was able to say what I wanted to say openly and very honestly. And it's nice to be able to do that. And I encourage everyone to do it. If you have been into a tough situation in your relationship, or you feel like that you were guilty to someone, because I did feel like I was guilty to my ex-husband, that I didn't take care of him enough, but I did. I don't owe him anything. So I feel like that by writing that letter, it gives you that sense of relief, not just writing the letter. The podcast was done in my own voice. So the lady actually added the background of it and the background noise, like music and stuff, but it was recorded in my own voice, and that makes it even more powerful. So if anyone are in such a situation that they feel like they can't forgive themselves or something, especially with breakup, we look for things to blame. We either blame the other person or we blame for ourselves. So instead of blaming ourselves, why not we write a letter to ourselves or to our ex and write down everything that we wanted to say. And after that, use your phone to record that voice as you're reading it. It was a big release for me. And I highly recommend everyone to go and try it.
I love that. It really sounds like you were reclaiming power,
Definitely.
and that's what I love about that. Martha, you touched base on your super confidence coach. Would you like to expand on it?
I help people to find confidence again, no matter how dark the situation is, because confidence is not given, it's actually inside. We just need to dig it out and give us the proof that we need, that we have enough. That is the main thing. A lot of time that we get scared, like for money, we get scared on a relationship, is that we scare something is not enough. It's like the other day I had a little bit of a disagreement with my partner. And no, like as a normal woman, you will just go and rampage on the other partner, isn't it? Blaming them for everything and stuff. But I have learned during my training to use my confidence to express my feel openly without blame and to tell him that, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Is this how you're seeing? Because he used to say to me, oh, you're creating story in your head again. I'm like, what story? And then I didn't agree. But now I've realized that, hey, you know what? If I don't know something, I'm just going to ask him directly. Because
Mhm.
that way, first thing, it builds my confidence up. Second thing is, I don't create story in myself. And then he replied me as, oh, I just got a lot of things to happening at work. So like, I'm sorry that it actually affected you. I didn't mean to. And that night he didn't actually text me back. He didn't call me like he normally would. And I didn't go crazy and chase him. I didn't. Because that's what I did with my ex-husband. When he didn't come home at night, I would literally sit on the street and wait for him to come home because I wanted him so badly that not to be left, not to be not having that attention. I was craving for it. So with my new partner, I learned to just give him space. give him space to do what he need, and I give myself to do what I need. And it wasn't easy. I was
Mhm.
going for our old photo album, and I was crying and seeing the happy times that we have. And I haven't seen him for almost 7 weeks now, and I miss him. Like, he's in deployment at the moment. I miss him. So all of that thinking of feeling and emotion come back of how much we love each other. And it is the same for the other person as well. When we're constantly on their face, it won't work because they don't have time to think and they don't have time to miss you. So I give him that space no matter how hard I was. The next morning, I got a message and a phone call straight away. We didn't go for what happened. We don't need to because we have that understanding of what we need. But I remember that he said before he had, hey, I have to go, but I love you. And that really makes me feel that, hey, all that thinking that I have in my head that may be thinking, oh, will he get angry? Like all the messages that I want to say, I'm sorry, baby, I'm angry at you or something like that. No, I hold on to it using my confidence. I hold on to it, believing that, hey, I haven't done any harm. I'm just being honest. This is who I am. And either you take it or leave it. It's simple as that. And you have that confidence, hey, you know what? If he decides to leave, it's not your fault. It's just something didn't work out. So it's not your fault or anyone's fault as well. They're just not the right people. Because meeting my current partner, it made me realize one thing. When you are with the right person, they will not leave you no matter what. And I did that a lot to him when I first dating him. Based on my trauma experience, everything that scares me, I wanted to run. I didn't want to work things out. I just want to run. Like, he's not the right guy. And not until my trauma therapist talked to me and said, hey, isn't he the ideal partner that you've been asking for? And I'm like, really? Oh, really? Okay, let me go back to my list and have a look. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even see it because I was blind by my own fear. I was blind by my own past, my own experience. I tried to protect myself so much, I forgot how to be confident. And I learned that now. And that little experiment that I did for myself, like yesterday, was really proud of myself, of how I am and how that confident, because it doesn't matter what your distance you guys have. It doesn't matter if you don't get to talk every single day. It doesn't mean they love you less. You got to have that confidence and trust in each other. Other
Mhm.
than that, what does a relationship still last? It doesn't mean a relationship anymore. It's just a controlling situation that you try to get something from the other person. No, you got everything within to make yourself feel good.
There is so much. My favorite expression is golden nuggets in everything that you just said, and I do not want to ruin it at all. So, Martha, any final thoughts?
I wanted to let everyone knows that confidence is possible. Doesn't matter what you have been telling yourself, as long as you want to have something different happening to your life, come and have a chat with me. I'm happy to hear from you. I'm very easy to find. You can search Martha Mock on Google or Super Confident Coach. You will be able to find me, and I'm happy to give you a session so I can see where you're at, where you wanted to go, and give you a roadmap to achieve what you want. And always remember, you don't have to be perfect to be confident.